Welcome to the Red Carpet Movie Review. Today we're going to review Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Watch The Bachelor Party Episode 1, The Bachelor Parody, The Playboy's Impossible Mission, now streaming on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Hollywood, California, welcome to the Red Carpet Review, starring the showstopper, Sean Valentino, also starring Rich Twilling. Today we review Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, live from the red carpet.
Hey everybody, this is Sean Valentino, your host on the Red Carpet Movie Review. Today we're going to review Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And before I get started, I want all of you to check out my first movie, The Bachelor Party, The Playboy's Impossible Mission. It's a parody of The Bachelor and Mission Impossible, as the title suggests. And you can watch the full movie for free on YouTube now, so check it out right after you watch this review. Now, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is directed by Quinton Tarantino, and it stars Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Margot Robbie. And I wanted to start off by saying that this might be the best film of Quentin Tarantino's career, and this might be the best movie of 2019 thus far. I thought that Tarantino did a magnificent job in capturing classic Hollywood and capturing the Los Angeles of his childhood. And more than anything, this is what this movie is really all about. It's a tribute to classic cinema. It's a tribute to classic Hollywood of Tarantino's childhood. And really, it's a tribute to Sharon Tate, one of the great beauties in the history of Hollywood. And of course, sadly, a woman that suffered a tragic fate being murdered by Charles Manson's family. And when this movie was first announced, a lot of people thought that this film was going to be about the Manson murders and about Charles Manson. There were a lot of rumors floating around this film, but this movie really isn't about Charles Manson at all. It's not even about the Manson family murders, but that does play a big part in really capturing this time period, kind of an end of an innocence, an end of an era. But the real heart of this film is about the friendship between Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt, who plays the stuntman of Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And I want to start off by saying that Brad Pitt has never been better. He is just the absolute definition of cool in this movie. He kind of combines a lot of classic cool actors like James Dean, Clint Eastwood, just this calm, cool, collected guy. And even though he's the stuntman in this movie and DiCaprio's character is a star, it's really Brad Pitt that's the true star of this film. And the movie really revolves around his character. And again, he's just never been better. He deserves an Oscar here for his amazing performance in this film. And another great performance in this movie is Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate. And I thought you really couldn't have cast a better actress as Sharon Tate. Again, one of the most beautiful women in the history of Hollywood. And I think what Tarantino and Margot Robbie really wanted to do with this Sharon Tate character is really showcase her as this beautiful angel on earth, this really sweet woman that everybody loved and just had this magical aura about her. And I think that Margot Robbie plays this character almost like an angel, and I think Tarantino kind of said that he wanted her to kind of be this symbol, and unfortunately in real life she became kind of a symbol of an end of an era. But again, being a Tarantino film, you're going to see some twists and turns. I'm not going to give away any spoilers on this because this is a completely original film, and that's really what I love about Quentin Tarantino is he does totally original movies in an era where there's just too many franchises and there's too many sequels and there's a lot of derivative properties. But Tarantino is one of the last big filmmakers in Hollywood really making completely original films, and that's really what I love about him, and that's really what I love about this movie. Again, this is obviously made by someone that loves cinema and loves LA. LA is almost another character in this movie as you see these landmarks in LA back to their original form, how they were in 1969. And they did a lot of work in recreating these sets and using real life locations in an era where everything's CGI and everything's green screen. What I really loved about this movie is how it recaptured that time period and that atmosphere of the LA of Tarantino's youth. And they did a wonderful job in recreating these actual locations, using practical locations and bringing them back to their original state. And obviously my favorite place in this movie out of all the great locations was the Playboy Mansion. I was a regular guest at Hugh Hefner's parties when Hef was alive. So this really took me back to a great time in my life when I was partying at the Playboy Mansion, just like all these superstars were. So, and this film really did a great job. They used the real Playboy Mansion, so you can actually see what it was like to party in the most famous party palace on earth. So that was really amazing. And this movie overall is just an amazing film. This is Tarantino's best movie he's ever made, and it's only fitting because he's obviously a cinemaphile, a guy that grew up loving movies, and now he has made the ultimate tribute to the movies of his youth, classic cinema. And more than anything, this movie is really a tribute to the end of the classic movie era, an era of Hollywood that I really love, the golden age, and this movie really symbolizes the end of the golden age. And we here at the Red Carpet Review like to rate our movies on a 5-star scale, and I'm going to rate Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 5 stars on a 5-star scale. This might be the best movie of 2019. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button, press subscribe, and we'll see you next week on the Red Carpet.
Coming soon, The Bachelor Party, Episode 2, It's a Wonderful Lifestyle, The Rise of Showstopper. Thank you for watching the Red Carpet Review. Proceed to click that like button and press subscribe for weekly movie reviews past and present. We'll see you soon on the Red Carpet.